Today we have another recipe from Dee, who is a Facebook member of the Best of Cooking at Home, and what a perfect treat for the fall season. Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make maple roasted butternut squash bites with cranberry feta crumble. Get this spit out. Anyhow, it's a great dish. I wanted to show you the one that Dee made because we're trying to copy this. So Seth, if you put Dee's picture up, this is where I got it. All right, so what do we have? There's like 5 ingredients. That's all there is, plus salt and pepper. So we have butternut squash, which we're gonna cut up into bite-sized pieces. We're gonna use 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and we're gonna use real maple syrup. You wanna do that. About 1/4 cup of feta cheese crumbled up, 1/4 cup of dried cranberries, and 1/4 cup of pecans that we're going to chop. So I've already skinned the butternut squash. I'm gonna cut it in half and take the seeds out. And this is always a little bit of a bear. I know. I know.
You make me nervous, Lawyer.
I know. This is a nerve-wracking thing. Luckily, there's not that much to get out, so we'll get a spoon and get the seeds out. All right, so that looks good right there. We skinned it first, so we don't have to do that. Get rid of these seeds. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it lengthwise, like that. And it might be easier to do this way. Maybe not. I'll tell you what, this is tough, but it's gonna cook for quite a while. Preheat your oven to 400. And of course, be careful doing this, he said. All right, that's the worst part. We're gonna do chunks about like that. I can't imagine doing this with a dull knife. I mean, this is my best knife. I know one thing, it's fresh. All right, so we're gonna put in about 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. You know, it's a little more money, but it tastes so much better. I mean, it really does. It has a maple flavor. About 2 tablespoons, and we're gonna mix it up nicely. And I've got a sheet pan covered in foil. While your oven's getting hot, spray a little bit of that. We're just gonna throw those in there, and we're going to spread them out. So this, as soon as my oven gets to 400, which is gonna be about another 5 seconds or so, we'll put them in the oven, 20 to 25 minutes, but that's sort of a guess figure. It may take a little bit longer. I mean, what you're gonna do is at about the 20-minute mark, stick a fork in. If it goes in nice and tenderly, then that's great. If not, then cook them some more. All right, our oven's at 400. We're ready to put them in. And I got them on the lower third, and we'll take them out. We'll check them in 20 minutes with a fork, and it'll probably go longer than that. We're just gonna chop these up. And just a nice rough chop on here. I think that's good. What do you think? I think that's good. Have a bench scraper, which I will one day learn how to use. I don't know. I usually don't. I usually just pick this up or whatever. All right, so those are ready. And the only other thing we need to do is get about 1/4 cup of the feta crumbled up. It's also, I love this kind of cheese. And I know you don't care for it that much. You know, it's amazing because you like, isn't Greece your favorite country?
Yeah.
You would, I mean, this is like, this is, you can't get much more Greek than this. Except for perhaps the olive oil and everything else. All right, I think that's probably chunked up pretty good right there. We'll save the rest for later. You can eat this tonight with some crackers. All right, so we're gonna put that in a bowl together, and then there's our crumble. This is the crumble, that's it. And then the only other thing we have is some rosemary, which we're just gonna use for garnish. Butternut squash is a hybrid created by Charles Leggett in Stowe, Massachusetts in 1944. Mr. Leggett crossed gooseneck squash with other varieties to create a sweeter squash. Squash is an ancient food cultivated by Native Americans. Unlike many food, it appears that squash was introduced from America to Europe in the 16th century. Although considered a vegetable, it is technically a fruit because it is developed from flowers and contains seeds. Because it is a sweeter squash, this dish, with maple syrup and cranberries and feta cheese, heightens the sweetness, and it is delicious. All right, so it took about 30 minutes for our squash to get nice and tender. So it's time to mix the crumble. I guess it's called as crumble because it's crumbled. And we're just gonna mix this with our hands. You could use a spoon, but hands work just fine. And then we're gonna pull this out of the oven for about 5 minutes after this is sprinkled on top, just till the feta starts to melt just a tad, because it won't melt much anyhow. All right, where's my pot holder? Okay, here we go. All right, I can't see a thing. Ah, it smells good. Come smell this. This smells nice. Ah. This is a nice fall kind of treat. And you love butternut squash.
I do.
So we're gonna put this in for about 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes and we'll be back. All right, it's been 5 minutes. I think we're done. And it looks pretty good. These are definitely tender. I don't know how good I am at getting them off with the stuff on top, but the feta's just started to melt. It's perfect. I think that looks pretty good. This is maple roasted butternut squash bites with feta, cranberry and feta crumble. And of course there's pecans too. All right, we're ready to taste it. All right, this looks great. Mrs. Brooks straightened it up a little bit, make it more presentable. All right. I want to get everything in a bite. I know you love butternut squash. You're gonna like this. Come try this.
Thank you. That's why I'm going to take the fork.
I know. I'm not even going to attempt
I know.
I'm not going to attempt to exclude the feta. You're going fetaless.
Going feta-less.
You got to have here. You got to have that and a nut.
I got a cranberry.
There. How's that? Isn't that tasty? And you know what? The squash is so pronounced. It has such a pronounced flavor of the squash, which I think is good. And then the other stuff is nice. I like it. Did a nice job on the decorations.
I could eat my weight in this.
Isn't this good? Hey, if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe, comment, tell me where you're from. And I'll see you next time on
While you're in the kitchen.